Hi, my name is Hannah Esch, and I am the 2017 Nebraska Beef Ambassador. So, as the 2018 contest approaches for a winner to this position, I thought I would just share some of my experiences with this. So, the next contest is on June 6th at 1 p.m. in Grand Island at the Nebraska Cattlemen Mid-Year Meeting. So if you're thinking about applying, I would definitely recommend it. There are two age divisions in which you compete for one of the positions. So these two divisions are the high school division and the collegiate division. So the duties differ a little bit, but a lot of them are the same. So as I talk about my experience as the collegiate beef ambassador, if any of the people in high school who are thinking about applying have any questions, let me know after the video. So first I'll talk about the contest. There's 3 parts to the contest. A mock consumer interview. So that interview just is talking to one of the Nebraska Cattlemen members like they are somebody that approached you in the grocery store and asked you questions about beef. So that's just sharing your knowledge about beef. Another one is a mock radio interview. So you just there will be a radio host there, or there was last year, and they talked about, just asked me simple questions about who I am and what I want to do, and just advocate for the beef industry through that way. And the last part was an essay, written essay about the beef industry, in which you are given a topic and you have a certain amount of time to answer some of the questions that they ask you in the topic. So 3 really simple things for this application process, and plus you get to hang out with the Nebraska Cattlewomen all day, who are a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend coming on June 6th to check that out. So just to talk about some of my experiences with the Beef Ambassador, my first event as the Beef Ambassador was to help out at the Nebraska State Fair Birthing Pavilion. So Nebraska Cattlewomen set up a booth there and in the birthing pavilion, and as children go by, you talk to them about the beef industry and the supplies that the Nebraska Cattlewomen have brought you. So last year they had a poster of beef byproducts. So it was really fun telling kids that Jell-O comes from cows and those kind of stuff. I talked to over 1,000 4th graders in one day. So just as they go through, asking them simple questions like, so what meat comes from cattle? And you'll get answers like pork chop, which just emphasizes even more how important this position and role is. So always fun to hear those responses and correct them and teach them about what is actually going on. So my next event was attending the annual Nebraska Cattlemen meeting, in which I sat in at a Nebraska Cattlewoman meeting and learned more about the programs they're working on and their and the Beef in Schools program was a big one I learned about, and I wasn't as familiar before that. So then I got to work with the Nebraska Cattlemen and Cattlewomen after that in the Beef Council to kind of work through some of those ideas. So I felt important, at least. And then another huge honor of that day is you get to walk across stage and receive your belt buckle as the Beef Ambassador for in front of all of the attendees there at the banquet, which is really cool. My next event was at the Cattlemen's Classic out in Kearney. There was a culinary competition there, which high school students came to compete at, and just showing them cuts of meats and explaining the differences between those was really cool. Plus, I had never been to a culinary competition, so that was a lot of new knowledge there. Then the next event I did was Husker Food Connection, in which I just had to talk to my peers about what they about the beef industry and answer any questions that they have. So whether that's the differences in grass-fed versus grain-fed beef or anything like that. So not very much time commitment for a whole year, and a great thing to do if you're really passionate about being an advocate for the industry. So, again, the contest is on June 6th at 1 p.m. in Grand Island at the Nebraska Cattlemen Mid-Year Meeting. If you guys have any questions and are thinking about applying, or just want to ask me a few things, let me know. My name is Hannah Esch, and you can find me on Facebook or get my contact information from the Nebraska Cattlewoman. Thank you.